Welcome, everyone. I'm Kimberly Boscheman, and this is the Intentionally Intuitive Podcast. I don't know how we got here, but September has arrived. So this year has seemed to go by really, really quickly, but here we are in September. And so we're going to take a look at the individual life path numbers, the forecast for September 2023 in this episode. Before we get into that, this, of course, is a general reading. If you would like a personalized reading, please book some time with me. My information is in the description box below. I would love to take a look at your personal numerology and let you know what I see. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. Life path number 3. So your animal wisdom message for September is cat energy. And I absolutely love this for you all because this aligns with your numerology that you're working with this month so beautifully. So with cat energy, and I'll just go ahead and say you're working with one energy this month. So all about leadership and independence and sort of not taking any BS, right? So I kind of love this for you all. I do think that this is going to be a month where you're able to really sort of own your space, take up space, unapologetically, right? Like really put yourself out there and not really care about what other people think, so to speak. So it's kind of, again, about taking up more space and doing it in a very affirmative way. So with cat energy coming through, there's definitely something here about independence, right? And boundaries. I don't know. I kind of have an aversion to that word because to me, it's like, let's have healthy behaviors. And stand up for what we need to stand up for ourselves, right? But that's a whole nother story. So really, with cat energy, having those healthy behaviors where we're very honest with ourselves, very honest with others about what we need, about what we deserve, about what we will accept and what we won't accept. And in doing so, we create the space that we are, willing to and quite capable of taking up, right? And so with cat energy, if you think about cats, it's like, they're going to do their own thing. They are going to follow their instincts. And in this case, I would say follow your heart, right? They're going to do what they want to do, and they're going to be curious, and they're going to explore, and they're going to, if something feels right to them, they'll do it. If it doesn't, they won't. If they want someone in their space, they will allow it. If they don't want someone in their space, they won't allow it, right? So there's a very healthy kind of behavioral pattern when it comes to most cats. And so it's really this energy of stepping into that, right? And what is it that you want? What is it that you want to create? Who do you want to do that with? What does that look like? Are you taking on projects that aren't even your own or that you don't even have any desire to be a part of, but you're doing it for that maybe creative collaborative experience or to help another person out or whatever the case may be, which is beautiful. As long as you're not sacrificing your own creative expression and your own creative freedoms or what it is that you want to put out into the world. And it doesn't have to be about, money or that sort of thing or career even. It's really about, knowing that what you have to contribute is of value and that you deserve to take up as much space as anybody else, right? And so with threes, there's sometimes this tendency, especially early on in life, to sort of minimize themselves because it's such big energy. And a lot of times the world doesn't know how to handle that, right? But that's sort of the journey of the 3 is to sort of defy that and, stand up and stand out in a big way. And so I love that cat energy and this 1 energy are coming through because there really is something here about independence where it's like, not necessarily, working alone or being alone or whatever, because again, 3 energy is typically very social and collaborative, but not losing sight of your own creativity, your own dreams, your own desires for someone else, not losing yourself in a connection and losing sight of your own sort of destiny and purpose, right? So again, this is a month that you're really given that push to ask yourself, am I sort of minimizing who I am to accommodate the masses or these people in my life? And where is it that I need to modify that, right? Because the cat is not going to make itself small to make other people comfortable, right? It's like if you respect the cat respects you. If you don't respect the cat, then the cat's on its way type thing. So it's really this sort of, and we don't have to be that dramatic, right? But cats can be a little dramatic. But there's definitely something here about knowing your worth, knowing, like taking up more space, not apologizing for who you are, expressing yourself creatively in whatever way that, is for you. And are people always going to get it? No. Are people always going to accept it? No. Does that matter? No. Because really threes are here to, create something new, do something different, think outside the box and do things outside the box. It's like that childlike energy ignited. And so this month, it's kind of like, yeah, bring that out. Let's see it. Let's put that in the spotlight. Let your inner child out to play, no matter how quirky or weird or different that may be, right? Because that's, if for a three, nothing is more sort of boring and mundane than sort of putting yourself in a box and conforming, right? It's all about originality. It's all about creativity. So with cat energy, it's like, I'm here, so feed me and let's, and praise me and see me type thing. So the cat does not minimize. And so this energy coming through this month is really saying, yeah, just follow those sort of deep internal, your deep internal inner knowing about what it is that you want, right? And what are you willing to compromise on? And what are you currently sacrificing? Because compromise is great, right? For relationships, that sort of thing. And if we do it in a healthy way, it can be wonderful for, collaborative efforts. But when we sacrifice ourselves or our creative vision or our dreams for someone else or somebody else's dreams, that only leads to resentment, frustration, anger, depletion, right? And it actually constricts your energy, especially as a three. So this month you may have opportunities to take a closer look at where is it that you're restricting yourself? Where is it that you're holding yourself back or minimizing? Where is it that you're sacrificing? And where is it that maybe you need to stand up and stand out a little bit more and take up more space? So the energy of the one, this is leadership energy. This is all about uniqueness. This is about ingenuity. This is about being the visionary, seeing the bigger picture and wanting to go after it and figuring out how to go after it. And as a three, you've got that creative life force behind you to be able to do that in a big way. But you have to give yourself permission to do it in a big way, right? And not wait for other people to validate or give you permission to do so, especially if it's your own unique idea, because that's what I love about one energy coming together with three energy, because one is like that fire. It's like the assertiveness, again, that sort of confidence, that taking up the space, not minimizing and going after what you want and blazing that trail. And the three brings the creativity and brings that sort of creative flow. And so when the two come together, like now you're moving through this one cycle, it's sort of that fire underneath that creative spirit, and it ignites, or it's trying to ignite, right? You have to give it permission. And so what you can accomplish just even in your own sort of movement, right? Even in like your own evolution, what you can accomplish this month could be huge. And so creatively satisfying. Now, whether that's, an actual work-related project, whether that's your own self metamorphosis, whatever the case may be. But the one energy is bringing the confidence and the drive and the push to take the risk. And, one energy is, when it's in its higher octave, is not afraid to stand up and stand out in a big way and own that space, however much space it needs to accomplish what it's trying to accomplish. So my point of going into all of this is very powerful energy that you're working with this month. And I love this because, again, such a general or sort of typical part of the journey for the three is to really just allow oneself to be wholly oneself without apology, without compromise, without sacrifice. Let's say without sacrifice, right? Because sometimes we do need to compromise, but not sacrificing who we are. And so this month, be the cat, right? It's like, and if you're not familiar with cats, if you're more of a dog person or whatever, then maybe just watch some videos on cats and you'll see that there is that confidence, right? That strong independence. And that doesn't mean that you can't collaborate with others, but that just means you're not going to sacrifice who you are or your vision for somebody else, or because of meekness or mildness. So yeah, big, powerful energy for you all this month. So I think that you have an opportunity to really even learn more about yourself and what you're capable of and what you're worthy of, and where it is that maybe you've been minimizing yourself, that sparkle wants to come out in a big way. And so this month, let it out, right? This is a big sparkly month for you all. So enjoy it, right? And just, yeah, see where it takes you. And again, one energy can be a little impulsive. It can really kind of push us to be fierce. And so not aggressive, but assertive and just a little bit more confident, let's say, in risk taking. And so I would say if you have an opportunity this month to take a risk that you normally wouldn't take, do it. See what happens, right? Maybe if it makes you feel more comfortable to make sure it's a calculated risk and you feel comfortable with it, that's okay too, right? But I would say this is a great month for risk taking. This is a great month for initiating new big things that are very unique and true to self. That's the key. So I hope it's a big, powerful month for you all threes. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.